Good morning. Today is Monday and today's date is the 5th of April. Okay, 5/4/2021, and you know the spelling of Monday also. We will be doing 3 pages, that is 22, 23 and 24. So it's written 22 to 24. Okay, children, you have to understand this. Why I am making you write this again and again, trying to make you understand this is because when you go to first standard to your new school, the teacher is going to give you one diary. A diary is like a small book like this, a notebook, okay, in which you have to write down every homework. Now I am giving you the homework books with all the written work inside, right? But when you go to first standard, your homework book will not have anything in it. No teacher would have designed anything in it. You are going to write your homework. So what you are going to write in it, which page number are you going to do, or how many times are you going to write, and which date and day will you write it, all those information you will write it in a diary. What is that book called? Diary. You will be writing all that information in your diary. So Monday you will have one set of things to write in the diary. Tuesday you will have something else to write in the diary. Wednesday there is something to write in the diary. Okay. So the diary is like something which helps the teacher tell what you have to do, so that your mummy and daddy will also come to know. Even your mummy and daddy can write back if they want to say something to your teacher, means they can write it in the diary. Mummy will write. What she will write? She will tell that today my daughter didn't have her breakfast. Kindly make sure she eats it. Or maybe she couldn't complete the homework because she was sick yesterday. Kindly excuse. I'm sorry. So both ways they can communicate. Teacher can communicate to the parent. Parent also can communicate to the teacher. For that you will see this diary. This is a new book that you will see in the school. It's called a diary. In the diary, teacher will be asking you to write information about the homeworks that you have to do. Your English homework, your maths homework, your cultural homework, all those things you will write it. Okay? So that is why I am asking you to try and understand this. Remember the Monday and Tuesday. Okay, I am very sure that you children, when you go to first standard, you will have no problem at all, because you know very well all the spellings, you know how to write dates, is it not? You know how to read from the board, you also know how to copy from the board. You will all do really great. Okay, now coming to today's topic, we had been learning about certain things in grammar. What were they? Noun. Is it noun? Noun is the name of a person or a place or an animal or a thing. Correct? Very good. Then we had learnt about adjective. Adjective is something which explains about the noun. Let's say a thing called apple. Now what is an explanation about that apple? Red. A red apple. How is the apple? Red. So red, that word red is called as an adjective. Anything which tells about that noun. Okay? Anything about the noun. Let's say a park. Okay? I went to a park. But when I say I went to a big park. Now you are telling something about the park. What is it? That it is big. So park is a noun, big is the adjective. Got it? Okay. Or let's say a name of a person, like Jenna. Okay. Jenna is a tall girl. Okay. Both Jenna is also a noun, girl is also a noun. But can you tell me how is that girl? She is tall. Tall is telling how that girl is. How is that girl? Tall. So tall is a noun. So anything like thick, thin, tall, short, big, small, hot, cold, all these are telling about the things or the place or the person. Okay. So we call them as adjectives. Okay. So you know noun, now you know adjectives. Then last we did about preposition. Preposition is about the position where that object is. Okay, whatever is that noun or that position of that thing. Like for example, I can tell that the pen is on the table. So it answers the question where. Where is the pen? It is on the table, or it is under the table, or I might say even it is in between the pencils. Okay, it is on the table, under the table, in between the pencils. Can you see it? Yeah. Then maybe even I can say many things like in the explanations that we had done, on, under, in between, we had even done far and near. Correct? The pencil is far from the pen. Where is the pencil now? It is near the pen. So far, near, that also is telling about where that object is. So that position, that word which you say for the position of the object is called as preposition. Preposition. Okay? Okay. So these three we have done. You will be learning this anyway in your first standard. So now it's better you come to know what are all these words, little words hiding in your sentences. Okay? Next one set of grammar that you are learning, one part of speech is the verb. This is very easy, very easy. Verb is nothing but an action word, a word which tells you about an action. For example, writing. Writing is an action, is it not? Yes. Writing, you see one movement happening. That's called, it's called as an action word, writing. Can you give me some examples like that? I'll give you one more, then maybe you can understand. Sitting, running, jumping. Got it? So sitting, standing, jumping, running, writing. These are all words which is talking about some action that you are doing, right? Now what are you all doing? You are watching. You are watching the mobile or the laptop. So that watching is a verb. It's an action word. Okay, it's a word which tells what you're doing. Watching. Then after watching, what will you do? As I'm explaining to you, you will be reading. Reading is a verb. Reading is an action word. Is it not? Now you can tell me more words like that. Mummy, when she is trying to cook. Cooking is also an action word. What does she do with the vegetables? Cutting. Daddy, what does he do with the vessels sometimes? He helps in washing. Then what is the baby brother or sister doing at home? Playing. You get it? So these are all the words, action words, which we call as verb. Okay? Shall we find out? We'll read these sentences. There are 1, 2, 3, 4 sentences. You remember, if a sentence always begins with a capital letter and finishes with a full stop. Okay? Now, we'll read the sentence and find out our action word, which is called as verb. Verb. Got it? Shall we find out the verb in all the 4 letters? I mean, for all the 4 sentences? Come. The baby sleeps in the crib. The baby sleeps in the crib. The baby sleeps in the crib. Which is the action word in this? What is the action word you can see here? Sleeps. Of course, when you're sleeping, there is no action. You're just sleeping like this without making any action. But still, sleeping is an action word. Okay? You're doing something. What are you doing? You're sleeping. Is it not? So, the baby sleeps in the crib. So, the verb here is sleeps. It's an action word. Verb. We'll see the next sentence. A bird, bird. Eats, tweets. Sweetly, sweetly. A bird tweets sweetly. Even now I can hear a bird. Can you hear it? I don't know if my microphone is picking it. Can you hear the sound? Okay. A bird tweets sweetly. Can you tell me which is the action word in this? Is bird an action? No. Is sweetly an action? No. Tweets. Yes. That sound that it makes, no, the chirping sound that it makes, that is called as an action word. Tweets. Tweets is a verb. Okay. We'll see one more sentence. The cock. The cock crows in the morning. The cock crows in the morning. The cock crows in the morning. Now, if you notice here, the cock, you know, it's a rooster, crows. Crows is not that black crow I'm talking about. Crows is a sound which that cock makes. What's that? Cuckoo. Yeah, cockroco. That is called the crows. Okay, it is not the kaka. Okay, the cock crows. It goes cockroco. The cock crows in the morning. Now you tell me which is the action word in this? The cock is an action word? No. Crows? Yes. That sound that it makes, right? Yeah, that is called as a verb or an action word. Crows. Okay? Don't mistake this for the other crow. It is not that. Now, last one. I cycle. See, children, here the Y sound is different, but still by now you would have learnt how to read also. Cycle. I cycle every day. I cycle every day. Can you tell me which is the action word in this? Which is the action word in this? Cycle. Correct? Yes. I cycle every day. Now let's look at the verbs. Sleeps, tweets, crows, cycle. Okay? When we say I cycle, I am not talking about the bicycle. I am saying I am cycling. Correct? I cycle every day. Okay? So these are called a verb. Action words are called verb. There are many more things. If you are here, I would have asked you to do and show. I would have asked Nishwan to walk. I would have asked Varun to run. I would have asked Diksha to roll. She is good at rolling. I would have asked Anne to jump. Okay? Or Tishant, I would have asked him to fly. Can I make you fly? No, yeah, he is a superman. He can fly. Okay, so all these words, jumping, running, flying, rolling, cutting, swimming, all these are action words and you call them as verb. Now shall we look what is there in your workbook on page number 22, 23 and 24? Okay, 22 to 24, okay, which means 22, 23 and 24. Now, this page is about circling the correct verb. Okay, you can look at the picture and tell which one you have to circle. Now, look at this box. There are some verbs in it. Sitting, eating, sleeping. What is this boy doing? Sitting. Good. You can circle it. Next one. Sitting, singing, crying. What are these children doing here? Singing. I can see some musical notes here. So it is singing. So you can circle singing, the verb singing. Next set of verbs. Sitting, walking, running. What are they doing? Does it seem like running? No, I think they are walking only. You can circle walking. Next one, jumping, skipping, dancing. Is she jumping? Yes, she is jumping. But she is jumping with something in her hand, with a skipping rope. So you will have to circle skipping only. Okay, you all know how to use a skipping rope, a jumping rope? Yeah. Or you know how to do skip counting also, how you jump from one number to another number, skip counting in 2, skip counting in 5. Diksha loves to do skipping of numbers. Okay, now we'll move to the next page. Okay, this page you're going to read the sentence and find out the verb in it, circle it and match it to the picture. Okay, let's read the first sentence in the box. The fireman, actually it's supposed to be one word, okay, but it's okay. For now you just read it like this. The fireman pulls the hose, okay, the hose in which he has water. The fireman pulls the hose. Can you tell me which is the verb in it? Pulls. It's an action, right? Pulling. So circle the pulls and connect it to the picture. The fireman pulls the hose. In the same way, will you read and identify the verbs in it and match it to the picture? It's quite easy. You want me to help? I'll just do the next one. The clown, ow. Can you see that? The clown juggles the balls. The clown juggles the balls. Can you tell me which is the action here? Definitely clown and balls are noun. Then you have only juggles. Juggling is an action. Okay. Have you seen the clown juggling the balls? He'll have 5 or 6 balls in his hand and it goes up and it will never fall down. Let's see where's the picture. There, he's juggling the balls. Can you see that? Yeah. So you can circle juggles here, which is a verb, and connect it to the picture. We'll move on to the next page. Here you will find the word bank with some verbs written in it, not word, verbs, action words. Sleeping, eating, reading, running. Can you write it against the correct picture? Yes. Basically, you have to read it and then learn to copy it. Okay. You must also learn how to copy, because very soon you will be copying a lot of things from the board. So you must know how to copy and where to write it exactly. Okay, you will do this also. In your homework notebook, you will have these verbs, the words which are verbs like jump, cry, run, ski. Ski is something that you do when you are on the snow mountains. Okay, snow mountains. Then sing, sleep. I want you to trace over it, read the word and then connect it to the picture, the action picture. Like there is a picture of running, there is a picture of jumping, sleeping, crying, skiing and singing. Connect it to the correct picture. For your assessment tomorrow, you will have to read the sentence and identify the verb in it. Okay? The dog slept under the cot. Now you have to identify which is the verb in it. Slept, because sleeping is a action. You will circle like this. Like this you will do for the remaining sentences also. Will you all do it? So that's it, children, for today. We learned something new. It is called a part of a speech or a grammar. What you learned today is verb. V-E-R-B, verb. Okay, you had already learned noun, then you had learned adjective, and you had also learned preposition. Now you are learning verb. These are all basically introductions for you so that you will know what are all these words about in the sentence. Okay, 2 more are yet to be done. We will learn that very soon. Until then, do your homework and your assessment. I'll meet you all in another video. Bye-bye.